Think those pension and health benefits are a sure thing? Think again. Paul Thompson was a loyal Ford factory worker.
Says, congratulations, Paul D. Thompson, on this important milestone.
Ford even sent him a plaque thanking him for 30 years of loyal service. But there's a problem.
I never made it to 2006 because of their early termination of me.
Ford laid him off just 10 months shy of his 30th anniversary. Had he worked 30 years, he would have earned a full pension. That's nearly $3,000 a month and free health care for the rest of his life. Instead, he gets virtually nothing.
It upsets me. It's just been real tough and stressful because you don't know from one day to the next, you know, how you're going to make it.
Paul is not alone. Workers in the auto industry, airlines, telecom, almost every business sector have seen their retirement benefits cut or altogether eliminated. In theory, pension plans work like this. Companies set aside part of your income into this big pension fund with the promise that upon retirement, you'll get this money and more back in a monthly check for the rest of your life. But because of bad management and bad investments and a ton of other reasons, pension funds across this country are going broke. And that promise of a monthly check during your retirement is coming up empty. And watch out, the promise of health care is being broken too. Leroy McKnight worked the assembly line at General Motors for 30 years, even turned down a lucrative stockbroker job in the 80s.
I chose to stay with General Motors because of the pension that was promised me at the end of 30 years.
But Leroy says GM is breaking its promise. He gets free health care as part of his retirement. But now GM is planning to reduce his pension just to pay for it.
I do feel like I was betrayed. I think they should be paying us what they promised us. You know, there is some mixed feelings there. You know, I'm absolutely loyal to the company, but I'm very disappointed that they're reducing our health care benefits.
We've seen an erosion of benefits nationwide. Workers are finding they just can't rely on those promises from the company to pay for health care and retirement. In fact, many people are having to take retirement planning into their own hands.
And the buy came here.
Leroy has now set up an IRA. He's taking stock trading classes in hopes to maximize the few dollars that are in that fund. He may also get a broker's license to earn extra money, the kind of job he turned down 20 years ago.
You like to think that you went with the correct decision in protecting your seniority and your pension and your benefits, and now that you've done that and they all of a sudden want to change the rules, yeah, I have a lot of regrets.
Paul Thompson is in worse shape. Instead of enjoying his retirement, like we all hope to do, he may spend his on the road as a long-haul trucker to pay the bills. Bills 30 years ago he planned to pay with his pension.
Knowing what I know now, I would have saved more and not relied on them.
Paul and Leroy believed their companies would shoulder the burden of their retirement, but instead they've learned a hard lesson. The burden is now on them. And that 30-year plaque won't make up the difference.
And to me, this is a slap in the face.